Hi, everybody.
Hi, guys.
Hi, it's Cindy with Ask Cindy with my daughter.
Hello, Lauren Gutman.
And we are waiting for Dr. Heather Cardin to pop on and join us. We're going to talk all. Yes, you may adjust this.
Just back it up a little
but
bit.
I can't see.
Well,
anyway. Hi,
but
Heather.
they can see
Hi,
you.
everybody. Hello. We are coming to you live because we're going to talk about good. You can see better than I can.
Well, I'm only going to be here for a few minutes.
Oh, actually, I know. She's doing a cameo.
I'm just here.
Appearance. There's Dr. Heather. Okay, so she says to touch it. I'll help you. Okay, good. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Allow your ad right here.
Yep. Perfect.
Yay.
Hi. You guys did that so.
How are you? So it's my cameo appearance with
Hi, Lauren.
I just did her makeup. So
Yep. Lauren Gutman, beauty. How's it go?
beautywithlauren.com.
Yep. So
Little plug.
She's
Awesome
gonna go.
sauce.
Yep, I gotta go. Bye, guys.
Bye, Lauren.
Hi, Heather. How are you?
I am good. Look how swift you did that today.
Did I win?
How swiftly you did that. I saw you try to do it last time to add somebody to Facebook Live, and it didn't go well.
It didn't go well for a long time last time. Bye, sweetie. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. So we are so glad to have you with us tonight. And we're going to talk. I love the red slippers. So I was asking Heather, guys, as you're hopping on, feel free to share because this is Dr. Heather Cardin. She's been doing low-carb lifestyle for over 20 years. Right, Heather?
Yes, ma'am. Long time.
Oh, okay, good. There's a little delay there. So so people say, can you do a low carb or keto long term? Can you do it more than just 6 months or so? And here's living proof that yes, you can. I'm a baby. I just hit 2 years. But we want to talk to you tonight and give you a chance to ask some questions. She is an expert on all things. Her and her husband run the Cardin Center for Wellness in Kansas City. And this year she is hosting, is this the third?
Yes, it's our third annual low carb KC.
And that's
so I have to tell you quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us.
October 19th and 20th. So I have been in this low carb space a very long time. And I know one of your new friends, Dr. Eric Westman, and I had a long chat a few years ago. And it was probably 4 years ago and said, you know, we need to do something in the Midwest. Obesity is such a crisis. My own aunt died at 42 vacuuming, my sister at 48. My mom's had a quadruple bypass. They were all a little bit overweight, but it was their lifestyle. They were smoking, not exercising. I've seen patients for 2 decades. He's like, put it up, I'll come. So the very first year we had it one day and we had about 185 people. And I was sharing with Dr. Westman, if you guys don't know him, he wrote Keto Clarity, Cholesterol Clarity. And he said, you know what, my first cruise, I only had 15 people. So I know you got to go on the cruise, or 17 people.
I did.
So how many,
I did.
How many people were on the cruise this year?
I think there were about 300 this year on the cruise out of the 3,000. We had a wonderful time.
I know.
It
And
was fantastic.
so Dr. Westman said, oh my gosh, don't fear. We only had like 17 on the first cruise. And then last year we had 350 and we were so blessed to have you there. So I really wanted to talk to you because, you know, I know your story. I know your heart. I know your family. And I know that we were brought together by God's divine plan to conquer some of these diseases. And so I said, will you please come and share your story? And everyone in Kansas, or people who flew and drove in from everywhere, loved you. And so in the last year, you have just exploded your heart and your freedom from food and eating fat. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people you have inspired. So we are so blessed to have you with us this year at Low Carb KC. But I want your people to know you're going to be in Kansas City and they need to come see you.
I'm going to be in Kansas City. And if you can fly, drive, walk, or bicycle, or if you know anyone who lives close to Kansas City, please hit the share button because you have a stellar lineup. So Dr. Westman's coming back. Let me grab my, our good friend. I got it too. Look.
I gave this to you in an airport at 1 o'clock in the morning in California.
Yes, you did. You guys were headed over to the Orient.
Hong Kong.
And I was coming back, Hong Kong, and I was coming back from somewhere. It's like 1 a.m., right? We're both delayed or something stupid. And I'm walking, and your husband sees me, and it was awesome. It was just, who would have thunk it, right?
I know. It's like you only live in Texas and I have to find you at 1 a.m. in California on my way to Hong Kong. Like, Crazy.
And I was on my way somewhere. I forget where I was headed, but it was hilarious. So October 19th and the 20th, it's your first year doing 2 days. Who else is going to be there?
So I know you met a new friend of mine on the cruise, Kristie.
Kristie Huneycutt Sullivan. You guys cooking keto with Kristie. She's amazing, and she's going to be there. She's so wonderful.
She's making ice cream. We have ice cream. We're going to make her ice cream recipe. We're going to have a little bit of cooking demos this year. We're going to have some yoga workouts, some functional movement workouts in between our speakers. So last year, you know, we tried to partition the room off between the people and the speakers, and that wasn't the best case scenario. So we moved to a brand new venue. We're at KU Edwards Center. So we have 2 large screens in the theater style seating. We will have all of our vendors and supporters, which will all be low carb keto tools. So whether you are standard confused diet, you have no clue what you're doing, all are welcome. This is not about a keto convention. This is about an education convention. And this is about being better today than you were yesterday. Yes. Even if it's just cutting out your sweet tea, we want y'all to come. You're frozen.
Right. Yes. Progress. I know we've got a few glitches with the audio, but progress over perfection has always been what my family and I have really, to strive for. If you try to shoot for perfection, clearly you will fall. But if you shoot for progress, what can I do today that will help my health tomorrow or for the rest of my life? And we also believe in it should be simple, satisfying, and sustainable. And I think keto is such a lush way of eating. It's so delectable and decadent.
Absolutely. So what are you going to be talking about this year? Or should we poll people and see what they'd like to hear about? Because again, we have 2 days of lineup. I do want to plug a couple more people. Dr. Matthew Taylor from KU is going to be speaking on Alzheimer's and ketogenic diet. Dr. Mary Newport's going to pop in and talk about Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, ketogenic diet. She's got a brand new book coming out. This will be her 3rd book. Dr. Debbie from the state of Texas, San Antonio, she is the president or ex-president of the neurology board, will come and talk about migraines and anxiety and depression, because that was just such a huge question. Like, people want to hear about the ketogenic diet, low carb living. And I think she said 36 million people, 1 out of 5, suffer from headaches and migraines. This is not about losing fat for everyone. And that's really what we want to be clear.
That's exactly right.
It's about brain health, brain health. Because, you know, Jimmy and Dr. Nally and yourself and Kristie, you all have fat loss stories, but Dr. Nally will also talk about heart enzymes and other things like that. And, you know, for me, it's more cognitive support. For Dr. Debbie, it's more cognitive support. For Mary Newport, it's fat loss and cognitive. So we have a large variety of topics to speak about based on what people said last year. But again, we're going to incorporate more movement sessions, more lower cooking sessions. But what would everyone like to hear from you? Or what do you want to share?
That's a great question. So currently, as it stands now, I'm going to share how my family's lost over 900 pounds in 2 years, because we're up to 900 pounds, Heather. Can you believe that?
I don't even know how many grocery carts you guys could put together and put like sides of pork in there. But
we should put like a pile of potatoes, you know. Of course, they're not keto.
We should roll a cow, because people. So wait, but Cindy, so people paint the cows, right? People have cows and they paint them. A normal steer would be 1,000 pounds or 900 pounds. We need to get a live cow, because we're Kansas people. We eat our beef and our ribs. We just need to get a cow on stage with you.
or get a picture of me with one. That is hilarious, because that is how much. And that's the wonderful thing, is that when 1 or 2 people, because I think community is so important, but when we gather together and we have a support system, whether that's online like we do with Ask Nurse Cindy, and please hit share. If you don't know who's on your friend feed on your Facebook page, who might live near Kansas City or have some plane tickets they need to use up some credits. So go ahead and hit the share button, because I'm going to talk about everything from Lego building blocks to roller coasters to I Love Lucy. So
and maybe balloons.
And maybe a little bit about the whoosh effect. That video is up over 1.5 million views now.
I think we could have a balloon toss in the parking lot at KU Edwards Center. We're going to have food trucks that are all keto friendly, so you have a place to eat. But
to do the water balloon.
We absolutely could.
The water balloon toss. We absolutely could.
Yeah, we can do it there. It is such a great venue, because it's an education campus, that we do have a lot of flexibility in there, which will be great. A lot more viewing. We are trying to get some videography if our budget permits, so people can watch online and stuff. But we are so excited and so blessed to have you. And I hear Debbie's going to sneak in with you. Big
Debbie's
sister
coming
Debbie.
in. We're so excited. She'll actually be in the night before, Thursday night. So if you need to put her to work, you know that she'll be happy to help you in any way. Now we also, what was I going to tell you? How do they buy tickets, or how do they find out more information?
So there's Eventbrite tickets. You can either pop over to our Facebook page, which is Low Carb KC, or you can go to, and we can type this down below, is Low Carb Keto KC .eventbrite.com. And I'm sure Debbie's so quick on things. So the Facebook page is Low Carb KC. That's it. Capital K, capital C, no periods. And then lowcarbketokc.eventbrite.com. We had to get the keto word in there because that is the #1 Google search word. And, you know, I would say 4 years ago when I was at the low carb convention with all the diet doctors, Dr. Edis, Dr. Chatterjee, no one was saying the word keto. I said the word keto. Dr. Nally was out there. We had another doctor saying keto, but nobody else was really talking about that. Michelle Lindell, who makes the breathalyzer, was out there saying keto, but some of the other people weren't talking about. And now you go to the diet doctor page, it's all over. So
Keto.
Absolutely.
And Debbie just said, Debbie's on. My sister Debbie's on, and it's all her fault that I started this journey. It's really her, and then Heather, you are and still are my mentor. I just love how much knowledge you crammed into that brain of yours. But Debbie, I volunteered you, and she, of course, felt obliged. No, she will. She'll help you. So put her to work. I want her to be exhausted by the time I get there.
Well, Kristie is coming in on
How expensive are the tickets, Heather? How
they are super cheap. For 2 days events, you can come and go as you want. They are $42. We did have a flash sale on Memorial Day, but that's 2 days. That's amazing speakers. And like, it's all out of my own personal pocketbook. I don't have money to pay you or to pay Debbie, but we want to do this as a passion-driven mission. Last year, we were 50 tickets short of making budget. So adding another day on there is a big deal because that's twice as much as everything. And we really just want to just give back to the community and make a huge, huge ripple, not a drop this year. We want to make a huge ripple in the effect. Early bird, we sell them for $30 for both days. I know, it's crazy. Wow. And, you know, we have so many vendors. So we have Smart Cakes giving one. We have Delicious Cakes. We have Adapt Bars. We had Air Pork Rind. So we have lots of good stuff for everyone to go around and nibble on and eat. And plus, we're going to make some ice cream and make some other little cooking stuff. So it is a full day event. We have, we've got some good raffle tickets from some good raffle stuff. So, and everyone's going to be there with their books to sign. Kristie will be there. We need to have your book out. So I don't know when you and Debbie are going to get your book out, but we're ready for your book.
I was like, what book? What book?
The one you haven't written yet.
I know. Keto for Dummies or something like that. Oh my gosh. Well, you're a wonderful person. Let me see if there's a few questions do you have a few minutes, or do you need to go?
I am good.
I know you.
Nope. Isaac just popped
Sandra,
out.
Okay, Sandra, it's in Kansas City, Kansas, or Missouri. You fly into that airport or drive in.
It's Overland Park, Kansas. You will fly into MCI, which is Mid-Continental Kansas City International Airport, but it's in Overland Park, Kansas, which is a suburb of Kansas City. And it's at the KU Edwards Center. I'll put everything down below when we're done.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm trying to figure
out.
I
don't
see
questions.
Any big, the cookies. Yeah, so hi, Kathy Daddy. How are you? And all of you. Oh, good. Margaret, I expect to see you there then. Yeah, or crawl. My sister says, get yourself, get the junk in your trunk to Kansas City. When is the conference? It's October 19th and the 20th. I know.
Correct.
David,
so speakers.
It sounds like you're going to be there.
David is a high school friend of mine who's coming from Shreveport, Louisiana. He has reversed his type 2 diabetes. His wife is a cancer survivor, and she has lost several pairs of pants. So I'm excited to see them as well. Yeah, super excited.
That's wonderful.
So our speakers will start, so everybody knows, vendors will open at 10 o'clock on Friday. Speakers start 1 to 5, and then Saturday we are 9 to 5. Vendors are 9 to 6. That gives us more time to meet with the vendors. I know we felt rushed last year. We want to have some of that interactive time to have some more of that primal movement, some yoga movement, just put that other lifestyle in there. I think we're going to have an early morning yoga session out in the parking lot if we can get it all put together and the rain permits. But we are just excited about the ripple that's being created. And I don't know. I'm going to say thank you. So everyone says, I wish I could be there. Kathy, why don't you come? Kathy Dowdy.
Yes. Oh, Kathy?
Kathy says, wish I could be there.
Kathy is my high school buddy. And she's lost, Kathy, I think last I saw you're down to 82 pounds or 84 pounds. So she's blown by me. I seem to be locked in at 75 pounds. I need to talk to you about set point or doing something, shaking my body upside down. But yeah, Kathy, you should come. You and Phil need to come. They're both doing so well.
We had 3 people hit 100 pounds last month in our weigh-ins. We had 2 people hit 50. It is crazy. It just adds up so quick. And one gal just started in December, never thought she could do it. And it's just crazy. I mean, once you get your body rolling in that fat burning boss machine 24/7, it just falls off you. Like you said, it is decadent, delicious food. And that's where you come to Kansas City. You can have all the pulled pork you want. You can have the ribs. You can have the slaw. You can have the pickles. You can't have the beans and the toast.
Can't have the beans and the toast, but you can make some keto bread out of almond flour or coconut flour. I've got this really great recipe I need to post that I've sort of perfected. And you know, you posted about the keto mug cake and the, your mocha. I took that Mayan, what's it called? Mayan
Mocha.
Mayan mocha. It's a you guys, it's a powderized MCT oil with some cocoa powder in it, some stuff. And I love iced coffees. That's what I've sort of gotten into instead of hot coffees. But it doesn't mix as well once it's cold. So I took a whole pot of coffee, put it in a glass carafe, put in 2 packages for that full cup of coffee because I don't like it oversweet, and stirred it up really good so it dissolved well, and I stuck it in the fridge. It has been amazing.
I did the same thing with a can of coconut milk. I blended up. I was in my cabin in Minnesota, and I did this because I was doing an extended fast. And so I started off with just fat fasting. So I did one of the Mayan mochas with 1 can of coconut milk. So it was 72 grams of fat, 600 calories. I whisked it up and froze it. So I just did like a little fat fast. So I just had a scoopful every time I was hungry. But yeah, it whisked up like an ice cream. I think somebody else soaked coffee beans in heavy whipping cream and then cooked it. And then they add the Mayan mocha in it and made ice cream, like a keto mocha ice cream. Because this has collagen in it. It has MCT powder, coconut powder, cat's claw, which is great for anti-aging.
It's awesome.
I know.
Awesome. Those powderized, that and the plain sweet cream one I travel with all the time. They really,
it's at my desk.
Huh?
It's at my desk. I have this little combination where I do 1 spoon of this and 1 spoon of this. But yeah, I saw Abigail posted an ice cream recipe today. I absolutely have to try. But I did make a big mousse out of it. So if you're craving a pudding, you could have stuck an avocado in there. But the coconut milk whisk up there and the Mayan mocha just made it taste like chocolate heaven.
Oh, that's amazing. That's fantastic. I'm trying to see. I don't really see any questions. And I know you've got a 7:15 with your son. Let me see. So any other last parting words? I'm trying to, why don't I have my glasses on? Oh my gosh.
And you're not in your regular office today.
No, my regular office, my car. I'm actually in a corner of my bedroom trying to actually not be outside as it gets dark. Oh, there is a question from one of my followers that she doesn't like to sit in chairs with arms on them. Will you have any chairs that are like a dining room chair without arms, or for some of the folks that
it's a theater, it's a theater style seating for education. I'll just have to ask, there are 2 big entryways. When you go to the low carb KC page, you can actually, I posted pictures of the theater setting. Everything is handicap accessible. So we can just pop up on the stage. There's 2 big screens, so it shouldn't be any issues, but there should be some handicap seating where we can just pull up a chair or something. I'm sure they can do it with the education center. It has to be ADA.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe one of your mini staff. Ha 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 ha. Good check out. That'd be great. And then I'll let her know. So good. Well, Heather, so delightful to see you. I can't wait to see you again. I got to be with you on not this birthday, but your last birthday.
I know, but we can celebrate any day. So I am so excited for you to be here. Kristie's coming in Thursday. So Debbie and I will actually go do dinner with Kristie. I'm not putting her to work unless we don't have our swag bags done. But yes, Kristie's got a book signing down in Kansas City at the Half Price store on Thursday. So she's going to come in Thursday and then go there. And then we'll just all go have dinner. We'll taste her ice cream or something because we're going to meet when she gets done. And then Dr. Nally's book signing, he's going to have a book signing wise in Kansas City. So I just love everyone monopolizes their time.
Yes. Yeah, I'm so excited. Well, Debbie knows Kristie because she was on the cruise with me, so that'll be fun. I'm very jealous now. but work commitments don't let me get in until 1 o'clock on Friday, but I'll get there as soon as I can.
That's perfect. Just I need to coordinate your time because I think Dr. Nally's in at 1:03. So we do want to have a small introductory board for everybody on Friday. We're all going to kick it off with two of our local speakers here on Alzheimer's, and I'm going to do just a Keto Basic 101 and set the platform for everybody so people can come and go. But that's a great thing. You all get a wristband or a stamp. You can come and go. You know, we had a lot of people saying, I wish it were on Saturday, but then there's a lot of soccer and baseball, football people here in Kansas City. So hopefully both days we want to have speakers present most days as we can and accessible to people to really get those questions answered that maybe they just don't want to answer in social media or they're too shy to talk about. And this gives them amazing opportunity to kind of meet one-on-one with you. And I mean, look at where your journey has been in 12 months.
I know. Who would have thought it, right? I would have never thought that in a million years.
So when was the balloon video launched?
2 years ago. The balloon video was launched 2 years ago, and that really propelled me to realize that people really wanted to hear it in a very easy to understand format, because medical terminology can be frightening. It's a lot of syllables. And so I started really trying to do things thus the Lego building blocks in my Frisbee video about the hemoglobin A1C. And yeah, so I'm just a few people shy of 50,000 followers on YouTube, and I'm about almost 9,000 on Facebook, 50,000, about 9,000. I'm blessed. It's just been a labor of love as it is with you.
Yes.
And because if we can help people practice informed self-care, if they can understand the power that food gives us instead of having the power that food has had over us, to be able to understand that when we change what we eat, we change the trajectory of almost every body system, including our mood.
Absolutely. And I think that the community support is so important. Doing this for 20 years, I've been shamed, I've been blamed, I've been everything but tarred and feathered. I've been called quack, witch. I've been called everything because 20 years ago, I'm like, your cholesterol's down. I told you put butter and broccoli, you know, this. And they was like, well, she doesn't know what she's talking about. I had primary doctors say, don't go see her. She has no clue what she's talking about. So we have been in the trenches. We had closed classes on Saturday morning at our office. Dr. Ralph will say, yeah, we'd have the room filled up. We had people's cholesterol going down, but they wouldn't tell their doctors. We're like, oh, please share, because you never want to keep from your primary doctor or endocrinologist. Don't tell them what you're not doing, but you also don't ask permission. Can I have a soda? Can I have a French fry? Can I have ketchup? You know, you don't ask permission for that, but then they ask permission for MCT oil. It cracks me up. But yes, it was not popular. I was not popular. You would not have been popular 20 years ago, but now is the right time. And like I say, we talked with Dr. Chatterjee and Dr. Edenfeld and Dr. Gerber, and, you know, these people who've we've been here for a long time. Like, I can't believe it's here. People finally are doing it.
Wow.
And so,
finally.
yeah.
And I think the timing of social media, the ability to get so many different viewpoints and to interact with people versus just reading a book. Because Atkins, when you actually read his book, it wasn't as high protein as people want to just say. It really was fat to satiety and protein until you're satisfied. So I think back then we just didn't have the community and the support. Thus, the importance of getting your trunk. You'll have less junk in your trunk after this type of event. So we want you to come join us. Last year I stood outside and I gave free hugs, and I will do that as well on Saturday morning. And so as you guys come in and register free hugs, I'll be the hug booth. And Heather, I'm honored. Thank you for asking me to be part of this really, really great lineup.
Well, thank you for saying yes in your super crazy busy life. And Debbie, thank you for coming along with her. And this year I may get my story out without crying. And I don't know, maybe you'll be the one crying this year, but I don't know. We'll see. But I'm just super, super excited to see you all. And we're going to do everything we can to just keep sharing. So I'm the same thing. Anybody who's listened to this, share. You never know who's in this area.
Well, we are thrilled to be with you. You were breaking up some there at the end, but you guys are awesome. Thanks for joining us. Please feel free to share this. Heather, thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you in just a couple weeks.
See you then. Bye-bye.
All right. I'm going to go because I think you've frozen. Me too. Are you frozen? Okay. All right. All right, sweetie. Bye-bye. Take care.